Welcome. I'm Rosie Morrell and I'm a sex and relationship therapist. And in this video, I'm going to talk about small penis humiliation, or SPH as it can also be known as. So firstly, I'm going to give an explanation of what small penis humiliation actually is, and then I'm going to give you a psychological explanation from all the research that I've done and all the data I've collected from having worked with hundreds of clients. So, small penis humiliation is where men can get sexually aroused and sexual gratification from having the size of their penis humiliated and degraded. So often men will like being compared to really large objects and, being told that, the small finger is bigger than their penis, things like this. And sometimes men who have this fetish don't even have small penises, but they still really get off on it. So why would that happen? Why would a man get off on having a small penis or being humiliated over the size of their penis? So basically, all sexual desire and everything actually, who you are as an adult, is created as a child. So everything that happens to you as a child manifests and gives you your whole belief systems and molds you and creates who you are as an adult. Now, there's some men that I've worked with who remember being children, in primary school or just coming into secondary school and being in the changing rooms and having their penis size humiliated, and all the boys like pointing and laughing and telling all the girls. And so basically from that perspective, they're getting all this attention over their penis, and it makes them feel like their penis is creating all this attention, and it can put a meaning onto, this is arousing, this is how I get people to want my penis by having it humiliated. So that can be one instance. Now, some men I work with who have this fantasy haven't had any experience like that, but still really get off on it. So another way is basically you are born a sexual being. It doesn't just happen to you at puberty, and the evidence for this is they've got scans of baby boys in the womb looking like they're masturbating, and often people can remember feeling sexual feelings from a very, very young age. I've worked with a number of men who remember masturbating, some of them as young as 2 years old. So you're born a sexual being. Now, if your conscious brain won't remember when you're a very small baby or a small child, but your subconscious will remember absolutely everything. Now, if your mummy's changing you and she might be saying, oh, look at his little willy, and maybe laughing at it, or just in a light-hearted way, your subconscious will remember that and remember that, I'm getting attention over my penis, and mummy's laughing at it, or if you've got older siblings or your father's laughing at it in a jokey way, light-hearted way, you'll remember that, and you'll code onto that. This is what I get attention for, and for having a small penis or a small willy or whatever your parents called your penis at the time. And your parents are your greatest role models as well as your family. So you won't remember those things consciously, but subconsciously it will all be there. And then you can find yourself later on in life actually getting really sexually aroused at the thought of having your penis laughed at for its size, or it being compared to really large objects and being humiliated and degraded. Now, there are a lot of men I work with who have this fetish, who actually own it and are quite comfortable with it, and get you know, take some sort of pride in the fact that they get off on that, and they, you know, they're quite open to partners and people they're in relationships with sexually about wanting to be humiliated about the size of their penis. But there are other men, there's nothing wrong with it at all. There are other men who have real shame and confidence issues over it, and some of them are in relationships and actually come on porn sites or webcamming sites and can pay webcam models or escorts to humiliate them over their small penis, and they don't want to bring it into their relationship. Now, if you are one of those men, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that fetish. It can be very common, but the best thing to do is to own it and to kind of take pride in the fact that you have that part of yourself and that you get off on it. Because the more you do, the more comfortable your partner will be in doing it with you and wanting you to enjoy yourself from it. There is nothing wrong with paying for someone to give you that humiliation if that's what you're into, but if you're in a relationship, surely it would be nicer to have all your sexual needs fulfilled within your relationship. So it's some food for thought. If you're interested in any of the work I do, I am a fully qualified therapist in many areas, so not just sex. You can contact me. My email address and websites will be in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and namaste.